All right, everyone, let's quickly start with the writing class today. So I've got a very simple question and I've got an essay which has got few mistakes. So we'll review the essay, we'll understand how to correct this essay so that this essay gets 7 and above. That we'll do it for the rest of the class. That is for around 30 minutes. Post that, the same essay you guys will write and get the live feedback. All right, so let's start with it. Let's read the question carefully. We learn best through in-person interaction, meaning face-to-face with teachers in a classroom. The reason why I'm highlighting you, highlighting this with Eloise, when you think of an idea, when you think of ideas in second and third paragraph, your ideas should surround or revolve around these keywords. Remember this, highlight them at least in your mind. Some people think that we learn best with face-to-face. Others believe online learning is more. This is what it is. The word more is with respect to what? Anybody? More is always for what? More, better, worse. More is always for comparison. That means, second paragraph, you talk about why some people think that learning is best through face to face. You explain advantages of learning face to face. But third paragraph, you cannot write advantages of online learning. That's exactly what this person seems like has written. You should not just talk about advantages of online learning. You should talk about why online learning is more effective than face to face. That means comparison has to be there. You should explain a downfall of face to face, and you should explain how it can be overcome through online learning, and hence online learning is more effective. Hope you're getting it. So highlighting word by word actually makes a huge difference to your scores. Now you know, oh, more is there. I need to highlight. I need to compare. Let's start. In many countries, technology has changed the way of teaching, which is now being part of our debate. Few people think that one-to-one learning is the best form of education practice. This is not one-to-one learning. Probably it is face-to-face learning. He has tried to write a synonym of in-person interaction. And in-person is not one-to-one. In-person is face-to-face. Whereas others believe, here full stop is wrong. It should be a comma, or without comma is also fine. Whereas others believe that they should bend more towards e-learning. Who is they? Anybody? Anybody? Who should bend? Okay, logically, who should bend towards e-learning? Students, right? Has he written students anywhere? Nowhere. They doesn't have any resemblance to a particular noun. Simply, you cannot write they, right? Whereas others believe bending more towards e-learning is beneficial. Now, grammatically correct. Otherwise, grammar wrong. All right. So this essay will discuss both the views. Second para, view number one. First para is over. Second para, view number one. That is this face to face. Why face to face is good. Third para, discuss both the views. Third para, you talk about why online learning is good. No, why online learning is better than face to face. That comparison you have to do. Comparison करना है. अगर comparison नहीं करो तो marks नहीं आएगा. Remember this task response, very very crucial aspect. You have to address each and every point. अगर एक point को भूल गया तो marks भी भूल जाओ. All right. So sorry on that. On one hand, perfectly used right connector. Discuss both the views. So on one hand, the people in favor, no need to write the people in favor of in-person learning considers that it enhances the tutor and student bond in a much better way, which helps in getting personalized advice. Very great idea. Enhances the bond. That's the idea. Enhancing the bond is the main idea. Pay more attention. Enhancing the bond, main idea. How? That's your supporting. वो कैसे बॉन्ड को एनहांस करता है यार? हाउ इज इट पॉसिबल? क्योंकि the face to face will have that feel. The student can actually, listen to the actual voice, stay there, talk to the teacher, ask doubts, give that vibe. As a result, the student teacher bond will be better. As a result, a teacher will feel like teaching them in a much better way. Even example. So now whatever I told you, right, that is supporting guide, that has to be written. उसको इधर लिखना है, एक सेंटेंस या दो सेंटेंस में जरूर लिखना है. 1 or 2 sentences you have to write. If you don't write, I'm telling you, marks will not be there. This is coherence question. On one hand, it is task response. On the other, it is coherence question. Combining these two will get you 7 bands. Remember this. Supporting idea is important. Example, give an example. For example, people who go to schools, talk to the teacher face to face, will have these benefits. Because of this, they are in good relation, good terms with them. As a result, teacher would take extra, will go to extra mile and teach the students, can show them, can, like through some, like lab experiments, they can touch and feel things. They could touch and understand things much better. This is what needs to be written if enhancing the bond is your main idea. Let's see what supporting idea Shubham has written. The person who wrote this. Shubham, by the way, is he there? He's not there. Sharan is there. Raminder, Punch, Daljit, Avita. Shubham is not there. All right. This means this is supporting idea started. In physical interactive classes, because of limited students, professors get well versed with child strengths and weaknesses. Further, or we can remove this. Okay, he has written a little different way. And this personalized connection helps in consulting students in their tough decisions and subjects they lack in. Not a bad one, but yes, touch and feel could have been added, because face to face and online, that's the only difference. In online, see, you guys are all sitting online. Online also, we have this personalized connection. So touch and understand. Probably through lab experiments, some scientific experiments, it's better when you touch and feel, which is completely absent in online learning. All those things could have been a better idea, but no problem. Students get well versed, professors get well versed with child strengths. Limited students will be there. Correct, right? Idea is fine. Now, for instance, example just started. A 10th class individual gets confused which field to choose after exam. In this class, because the child had attended one-to-one classes, the class teacher can directly guide him in better and precise decisions. Options. This can also happen in online class, no? Yes or no? And this is, the example is wrong. Pay more attention. This is very, very important. पहला लाइन था enhancing the bond. दूसरा लाइन था how a bond enhances. Example, he can clear his confusion. That is not what he told in the first line. See here, because gets confused, because the child had attended the class, the teacher can directly guide him and precise options. Then write it like this. No, considers people in favor of in-person learning, considers that it solves the confusion. Then it is correct. Here you write bond. Here also you explain bond. Example, you write confusion. How is it possible, man? You want to drink apple juice. You went to market, got the apple, come here, everything is fine. And then you prepared pineapple juice. Wrong, isn't it? So main idea was something different. Example is something different. Coherence coefficient went for toss. Maybe they're all interlinked. If you are bonded, then you can clear the confusion. But example should be targeted towards enhancing the bond. This is what coherence coefficient. It's not about simply writing down the template and filling inside the template the way you want it. Whatever you fill has to coincide with the things. It's like you have put the dots but forgot to connect them. Connect the dots, boss. Connect, connect, connect. 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 Hope you are getting it. That is fine, not very bad one, but here this has to be written. Source the confusion was not there, by the way. Enhances the tutor and student bond was written. Example is something else. So probably this could have been much written in a much better way. But any doubt so far? Simple mistakes. Because of not being so aware, this happens. Shubham started off with enhances the bond and forgot what he started off with. So example and ended up writing something different. But here he simply proved it will have to create worthy bonds. So may not be a great one. Probably the idea could be face to face learning helps to touch and feel things and understand and learn in a better way. And why you want this? Some science experiments, science concepts are best learned in lab when students do it on their own hands. For example, this way probably you could have written in a much easier way possible. It need not be just touch and feel. If you see them live, things are different. Correct? You get that vibe, you get that attention, you get that seriousness, which may be missing in an online class. But comparison is not required in the second paragraph because more is given for the second line of the question. So for the first line, you don't have to compare. You can just talk about the perks, the advantages of having one-to-one interaction and prove it. Hence, learning is best achieved through face-to-face interaction. This is not so great, but okay, the person has tried his best. If I'm not just trying to find the flaws, then probably this is still fine. Not a huge mistake. It's fine. It's fine. He has written it good. But the only point is this one-to-one can also happen in online. That he forgot to talk about. All right. So now we will go to this. The next second view. Online learning is more effective. More means more effective than in-person interaction. This is not given. That's it. This is there. This is 100% there in the question. Hope you're getting it. So now let's understand what he has written. Has he compared, first of all? On the other hand, internet-based learning provides more flexibility in learning. Okay, he's used the word more. Let's see if he has compared. This is because a child enrolled. See, don't put it in the past tense. A child who enrolls, put it in the present tense, can directly access the online platform with the help of the internet. In this way of learning, a student can study any subject according to his preferences and solve doubts about every topic. This is not clear. It will be clearer only when you compare, isn't it? It will be clearer only when you compare. More flexibility in learning is a good option, but now you need to prove how it will create more or provide more flexibility in learning compared to face to face. In face to face, probably you need to stick to the timings, but here it's not. Even if you miss a class, you can take up the recorded session, like today's session. Whoever misses will take up the recording. Any doubts you have, you can write a mail and send it. If the teacher is not available, whenever the teacher is available, he will reply, she will reply. So this way you have the flexibility. And if you don't understand, you don't have to depend on the teacher all the time. You can just go into some, doubt clearance sessions, some forums, some online websites, and still understand, the doubts that you have. So many flexibilities the person could have written. The person chose to write any subject according to the preference. This is not clear as to what he exactly meant. If it would have been much clearer if he had compared it with face-to-face interaction. To exemplify, many students purchased, don't write in the past tense. Many students purchase. the live and recorded lectures, by which they can attend it from the comfort of their house. This increased their efficiency and eradicated the doubt solving problems in one's life. How it increased the efficiency? Not written. He's simply assuming how it increased the efficiency. See, whatever you write, you should back it up. Probably he could have written. Many students who go to work and not able to attend classes during the scheduled time can purchase the live and recorded lectures by which they can attend it from the comfort of their homes. This helps them to understand the concepts even when they are not in the face to face classes. As a result, accessing the videos at one's convenience, the online platforms provide, can actually prove more beneficial than face to face. You have to write a little more. Write what logically fits in. Now you can just read this line. It feels that it is going along, and it feels that now there is no doubt. Yes, it makes sense. Because I used this, otherwise it's very difficult to prove. Now a reader who reads it has this thought in the mind. There are students who cannot attend the classes. There are students who are sick, let's say for a particular week. For all of those students, this helps a lot. Something of that you bring in. I mean, like, need not be this, because the question is asking you to compare. You compare and tell. During the online learning or the face to face, there is not much of the difference. But during online learning, if at all you are sick and not able to attend the class, you can still retake the class using recording, which is not possible in face to face. In that way, you have to, like, invoke a condition. You have to bring that condition and just prove it. At the end of the day, I want that proof. This is proving it that, oh, online learning is far better than the offline learning. First of all, he has not written the comparison. So obviously this goes for a toss. Second thing is, whatever he has written is not backed up by the proper evidence or supporting ideas. So whatever you write, you need to back it up. If it demands you, if it requires you to write a little more, it's okay, write a little more, no problem. But whatever you write should be justified. You cannot simply bring like this. He attended one-to-one classes and cleared all his doubts. This is also possible in face-to-face. I mean, or I mean that online learning as well, right? So that's what, think and write before you write. Think about the points, whether this actually fits in or not. Logically, it makes sense or not. All those things. So now, opinion. Give your opinion. You need to write a 5-para structure essay. Introduction. Body 1. Body 2. This is body 3. Conclusion. This is opinion. This is second viewpoint. Second view, baby. This is first view. First view was fine to an extent. Second view, he did not compare. Here you need to compare. Opinion. Now he has to write a separate opinion. Now, irrespective of what you wrote before, here you can write something on your own. So let's understand what this person has written. In my opinion, traditional classroom learning has its own advantages, but it is more evident that online learning is the upper hand. How? Flexible. Hey, write more, man. Who is stopping you? Is someone holding you at a gunpoint? No, right? You can write at your own comfort. This will not work. I won't see. What is the question? Discuss both the views and give your opinion. Whatever the weightage you're giving to the first view, second view, same weightage you give to the opinion because the question demands it. You're giving full weightage to the second paragraph, full on weightage to third paragraph, opinion one line. No, opinion at least two, three sentences, three sentences. Don't write in just one sentence. Meaning here you put your point. This means supporting idea and one more line. At least two, three sentences you have to write. I want you guys to write. You can check my template video inside essay writing folder 7 templates. You can check. I've given at least two sentences to be written. uh, if you just follow it, probably here you will write a little more content. As a result, you get marks for the opinion. Any one of them you mess it up, 7 is not possible. Remember this. Any one of them you mess it up, 7 100% not possible at 6.5. So these kind of questions demand you to write a little lengthy. Remember, there's no escaping. You have to improve on your English and develop that skill of writing and start doing things. All right. Now, to conclude, in person learning helps in bond creation, which help them to get profound. You don't get, you receive. And suggestions. However, online learning has much impacts as it provides more flexibility and help in creating bonds through video conferencing. The video conferencing, nowhere he wrote. Conclusion is nothing but summary of second para, summary of third para. You cannot invoke a new idea. You cannot bring a new thing into conclusion. This he did not talk. Did he talk about video conferencing? I think I'm not sure. Nowhere. Did he? Anybody? No, right? He did not. Yes, not second, third para. Third para, yes. That's correct. So I think internet-based learning is more impactful. No, man, it's not proved. Here also simply written. So you have to write more, a little more. Probably here you can talk about the problems of classroom learning and then couple it up or back it up with solutions through online learning. And hence my opinion is that online learning provides the best learning compared to the traditional classroom learning. Then it makes sense. Simply writing it has its advantages, but it is more evident is upper hand. How? You have to talk about something bad about classroom teaching and then talk something about good by providing solutions via online learning. Then only you can prove that online learning provides the best way to teach, best way to learn compared to traditional learning. If you want to compare and say one guy is good in IELTS, it's best to say other guy is bad. Though both of them may be good, sometimes it becomes difficult to prove this guy is better than him unless you make this guy bad. You make this guy bad, automatically this guy becomes good, isn't it? Yes or no? So there are two ways of fixing things. Both are good. Oh, this guy is better than the other person. Both are good. Oh, this person is bad. Automatically, this person becomes good. So that's exactly what I'm talking you to do it. Sometimes use this, things will fall in place. So I think that's also what we do now is I want you guys to write